Hello, my name is Tom Stiles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show number 82. Now, about this time last year, I made a video where it was basically my Christmas wish list. And I do it for two reasons, and I think I'm going to do it. Well, I am doing it. I'm going to do it again this year. I do it for two reasons. One is I am not set up. Oh, yes I am. Okay. Excuse me, I lost it for a minute. Yeah, back to two reasons. Two reasons. One is to provide a list of things I want for Christmas to my family. Because they know if I get something I don't want, I'll take it back. So they don't like to be disappointed, so they say, give me a list. And so I produced this show. I did it last year for the first time. I produced this show and give them a list of things that I want pertaining to ham radio and scanner radios. Now I'll make another one pertaining to not those things. And then that's because the second reason I do this is to give you, my subscribers, some ideas of what you might want to put on your wish list. So anyway, here we go. This is a list of 10 items that I'd like to see under the tree for me this year. Okay, I'm going to use my Amazon store, since everything that's on my wish list is on the Amazon store that I made. And that's why it's on there, because it's things that I think you might like and I might like. So the first item I'm going to mention is, and it's kind of, it's not really on my wish list that I'm going to want, but it's on my wish list of things I'm going to give, and that's this flashlight that I reviewed. I'm going to get one for each of my kids to put in their car or whatever. And I did a review of that on my YouTube show number 74. So that's the first item. The next item, I thought it was on this page. I guess it's on a subsequent page. Yeah, there it is. Okay. It's the Sega AT909. Again, this is a radio that I've seen reviews of it, several reviews of this in the past on YouTube, and everybody seems to like it. I like the features that it provides. So it's a little pricey, not for this radio, but it's a little pricey because I'm supposed to stay around $100. So I'll put a note by this one to say, you know, you pay the $100, I'll pay the balance, because I'm definitely interested in getting one of these and using it myself and doing a review and see how I think. So that's the second item on my list. The other one, third one on this page, or this section, this is the amateur radio section of my store, is this TEXAN PL660 shortwave radio. I've seen a lot of reviews of this, and most people like it. I don't have a up-to-date portable radio, so I'm looking for one. This has very good coverage, a lot of bands, including airband. So that's definitely on my list, and that's more reasonable. It's only $120. So maybe I'll see that under the Christmas tree. Okay, then let's go to amateur radio antennas, and let's see if I find the one I'm interested in. I've got several pages of antennas. And these cute little things.
Ah, there it is. This is a discone antenna for scanner radio and shortwave listening. And some people use it to transmit on in the VHF and UH bands. I've had one of these, and it's about 10 years old, and it's gotten beat up pretty bad from storms and tree limbs crashing into it, so it needs to be replaced. So it's $50, reasonable price. Like I say, I bought mine about 10 years ago, and they were like $30, so it's gone up in price. So that's on my list for Christmas. Now let's go down to scanner radios. You never get enough scanner radios. So let's go down to, I've also mixed in some other things related to scanner radios, not just scanner radios. And this item right here. This is the Radio Shack Pro 106 scanner. A friend of mine got one of these this year, and I've been over his house a couple of times, and he showed me how it works, and he really likes it, and it looked like a nice little radio. It gives you the digital stuff that's, a lot of people are going to digital trunking systems, and I don't have any digital trunking systems, receivers, radios. So eventually our county and the surrounding counties are going digital, and so I'll have to get one of these radios if I want to continue to listen to the service channels for fire, police, and EMS. So that's on my list. They don't have a, yeah, here it is, $345. Yeah, I remember when he bought it, it was pretty steep, and so that's on my list, but the chances of getting that pretty slim. So that might have to wait till my birthday or something. Okay, moving right along, we'll go to power supplies now. And you never can have enough power supplies. And in this case, this is something I've been looking to get, is a power inverter to convert from 12 volts DC car battery to 120 volts AC. I have one of these, but it's much older technology. It doesn't have the USB ports, and it's only good for like 300 watts. This one, it's got good reviews. It's a reasonable price. It's under $50. So this is definitely on my list of things I want for Christmas. Okay, the next item is under test equipment. Yeah, again, you never have enough test equipment. And the first item here, I moved this up to the top, is a multimeter that I saw a review of on YouTube. There's this one guy that does a lot of reviews of multimeters, and he does real in-depth multimeters. And he goes the full spectrum from the cheapo stuff to flukes that cost several $100s, the full gamut. Well, he really was impressed with this $29 multimeter that also has an RS-232 interface for recording readings to your computer. And he demonstrated the software, and it's nothing real fancy, but it gets the job done. Plus it puts it in a format that you could, put it in Excel or something like that. So this one is definitely on my list. Most likely we'll get it. In case I don't, I'll buy it for myself after Christmas with any Christmas money I might get. So this one is definitely on my list. It's made by Tech Power. It's the TP4000ZC PC based RS232 interfaced auto ranging digital meter. So that's on my list. Yeah, let's see. Let's go down to accessories. And every once in a while it does this. It won't give me the page. I don't know why. Okay. I have several soldering irons, but I don't have a variable wattage soldering iron. And they're typically kind of expensive. They're close to $100 for a good variable speed, a variable wattage soldering iron. So this is a little box. It's basically a little variac that varies the voltage to your soldering iron, thus controlling the output wattage or heat of your soldering iron. And it's very reasonable. It's $24.99. So that's on my list. I try to put, you know, some things that are cheap, some are cheaper, and some things that are more expensive in case one of my children win the lottery and they can go for the big ones. Okay, couple more. Emergency. Let's go to my new section, emergency equipment. And all my pages this week I've expanded and added new items, a lot of new items. So there's a lot of new stuff on there. If you've been there before, please go back again to my Amazon store and you'll see all these goodies. This thing, I saw a review of this, and the guy that did the review really liked it. There's a lot of these out there, different prices and stuff like that. But this one seemed to kind of catch my eye. And the reason it caught my eye was that it's rechargeable. It's solar rechargeable. Now, it's also a hand crank rechargeable. And I've never liked those things. I bought a hand crank flashlight. And gosh, you had to crank it so much to get a few minutes of light out of it. It just wasn't worth it. So that part of it I don't really care about. But I do like the solar charging capability. And the person that did the review did a test of that, and it charged up in a reasonable amount of time. So it gives you the gives you AM and FM plus the NOAA channel, so you can find out what's going on with the weather. And it also gives you weather alerts. So this is pretty cool radio. It also provides USB power. So you can charge or play your USB devices. Okay. And like I say, it has a rechargeable battery. Okay, the last thing is down here on the emergency page. And this might not be the best one, but it's adequate and it's a reasonable price. These things get pretty pricey. It's basically a battery pack to provide 12 volts emergency power to either to start your car, or if you have devices such as radios that require 12 volts. It's basically a battery in a box. And it also is, it does have an air compressor, which typically these air compressors and these things pretty useless. So yeah. If I could get one for $10 cheaper without the compressor, I'd get it. But anyway, it's 300 cranking amps, which if you have a dead battery and like on a truck or something, this probably ain't gonna work. But if you got a battery that's weak on a car, this will probably crank her up. So, but I looked at ones with twice the output, like 600 cranking amps, and they go over $100. So this one would be adequate for me. but you might be interested in something with a little more power. So anyway, that's my 10 items, one of which I already have, but I put it on my list because it's something I'm going to give to them, and so therefore I will be buying some myself to give to them. I won't tell them that. And then the other 9 items are things that I want, some of which I probably won't get because they're too expensive, but hopefully 1 or 2 will show up under the tree this year. So anyway, if you haven't been to my Amazon store, I'll put the link to my store. I get a small commission if you go from my store to Amazon, like you. And what I do is I don't click on add to shopping cart because maybe I don't want it once I see more information. I go down here and click on available, and then that takes me to the Amazon store, and then I can return to the product information, and I can get some more information, and I can get reviews and everything. And if you do this and you purchase something once you've gone from my website to the Amazon store, I get a small commission. And as I said before, what I'm planning on doing is taking that small commission, purchase something, because I get it in the form of a credit. I don't get money. I get it in the form of a credit. Purchasing something from Amazon related to amateur radio and scanners, do a review, and then give it away to the subscribers. So that's how that's supposed to work. So anyway, that's the show for today. Thanks for watching. If this was of any interest, please give me a thumbs up to tell me, I'm doing something right. Or if you have something you are putting on your wish list, share it with the rest of us and post it as a comment. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.